So today I'm going to take a tour of a facility I think I might like to not retire into, but it's independent living like my house, but without all the hassles.
I'm here today to go through aged care to see what it's like. I don't really expect much, but I'd like to see the truth from the staff, the inmates, people that live there, what it's like. Feeling pretty nervous about it because I've never sort of been to this place before.
It's got to have things that I can do so I don't feel isolated, you know, but at the same time it's got to be safe.
Hopefully I'll get a good impression. Just wait and see what happens.
I'm apprehensive. I feel like you're going to jail. Sorry.
I was very, very young when I was placed in Benmore. My parents' marriage broke down, and in those days you weren't allowed to live with your father, and my mother couldn't look after us. So we got thrown into the wolves. Police came and took us away and put us into Benmore through welfare. It was pretty bad. The abuse was horrendous. We were kids, we didn't know what was wrong. Sorry. And the abuse started very slowly. First of all, it started in the bathroom. And when you tried to do anything, you got to hide, you got the belt. And you also got locked in a little room. They made sure you were punished. And I used to be so scared, but there was nothing I could do. But we were sexually abused all the time, all of us. Every single female, no matter what age. So the home was a horrible place. I was hungry, cold, abused, unwanted. You never had anything. It was bad, really bad. I would never ever expect anybody to look after me. If I can't look after myself, I wouldn't expect anyone to. If they thought I need to go into a home or somewhere, I would rather die. I'd stop taking my medication. I would not tell anybody I'll stop taking it because I know that if I don't take my medication, I will have a stroke or a heart attack. The reason I wanted to have a look through the aged care, I don't think there's any place that could ever make people feel safe. No aged care, no matter what you do, you've got human nature, you're dealing with different people you don't know. You can't put someone in there that's never known a bad day in their life and expect them to understand. People that have suffered trauma, sometimes are very irrational and they react in different ways, and I don't think they'd be able to cope with it. It takes special people to do that. My main worry about care is it's like being young again. You lose your freedom. You want to go out, you can't do it unless they say so. You're locked in at night, those doors are locked. They have keypads, they can undo those doors. You can't. I was abused in the home. I don't want to go into a nursing home and stand a chance of maybe being abused again. There's no guarantee that I wouldn't be. I'd rather not put myself in that position to be hurt or abused in any form. Okay, well, that was an experience and a half. I didn't expect that. We were made welcome, very welcome at first. The lady was really lovely. We waited for another lady to take us through. She didn't mind. We got shown the rooms, the bedroom where you stay. Very claustrophobic, panicked a bit there. Wanted to get out of the room pretty fast. Showed you where you had your meals. They all seemed really good. The people that lived there seemed happy. There's arts and crafts and jigsaws, TV, very community-minded. Certainly not what I expected there after you see on TV what does happen in a nursing home. Asked about the trauma. Do they have anyone that helps people with trauma in the past? and they don't, which is a bit of a worry because a lot of people have suffered a lot of trauma and really need the understanding and the support of that. I asked the question, are you allowed to go to the shops? You have to be supervised. I can understand that, but you've got to book it. You can't just say, you know, well, I'm going to the shops. I can understand where they're coming from, but I have to have my freedom. I have to be able to do what I want. I was suppressed for so long, I couldn't do what I wanted. In the home, after the home, I had no choice. I had to do what people wanted me to do, and I don't want that ever again. I have to live by my rules or die. Simple as that.
I am a care leaver, and it deeply affected me. I think I was 4 years old when I went into institution and come out a couple of weeks short of my 18th birthday. I was separated from all my siblings. I think I saw my mother once when I was 8 years old for about an hour. I never saw her again. It was a children's care home. It was up in the hills, out of sight, out of mind. And so, you know, we were orphans. Yeah, I was abused badly, and you were always told that you would never amount to anything. You know, you're an orphan and no one cared about you. And after a while you started to believe it, you know, and then of course when you get to a certain age they say you've got to go, and they just throw you out. Anyway, I got out alive. I got out alive. I don't know how, but I did. I was feeling depressed, and I went camping and I came across this in the bush. Well, my depression just left me when I saw that. It's my dose of reality, going out in the bush, just seeing things as they are, as you were intended to see them, yeah. It's beautiful. The concerns I have going into aged care is that I want them to know that I have spent time in an institution. If I have to go into transitional care, you know, I don't want any rough treatment, I don't want any sexual misconduct happening to me, I don't want any of that whatsoever. And I want to be treated with dignity, like I'm still a human being with feelings. I'm looking for safety. You know, when you're a child and you're small and people are abusing you can't fight back. And then when you get old and you get frail, the same thing happens. There's just no way you can fight back. And that worries me, so. I have just come out of a care facility. I was touring and it was surprising. I was apprehensive about going there, but I got there and everything was like I'd sort of been there before, but I hadn't, you know. It was just like a suburb and a village. And I'm a forgotten Australian, and that was important to me, to feel sort of a real safe, a sense of belonging of being there. I'd visited other places and, well, they just made me, fearful of what I would get there as far as treatment and care. You know, it's not one size fits all in these aged care systems. Like they try to, and sometimes, well, I know, sometimes it's inflexible.
When you shipped out to Australia, you're lined up like a prisoner of war camp. That for 5 years was hell, that place. Going into a nursing home, knowing that the facilities are not good, would just re-traumatise me completely.
Did you come out as a child migrant, Tim? Oh, you did? What
Yeah,
year was that?
I was illegally deported here
Same here.
by the Christian Brothers,
What year was that?
1953.
Oh, 53, as late as that.
Yeah, I was told I was a nobody.
Oh, well,
Ah,
yes.
I was abused so badly at the orphanage. I'll never forget it ever.
Well, I don't know if you all know, I came out as a child migrant in the 1950s, but saw horrible things, had to get over it, left. But it wasn't until I had my son that I realised what he was going to be missing out on. He was going to be missing out on a family, because it was just my partner and myself, and just the three of us.
I mean, the thing that impacted on me most of all in growing up without my family was loneliness. And I went and had a look at a group of villas which were available for older people. I mean, they were nicely built, but what they had was loneliness. It was just a stark reminder of the loneliness I'd felt when I was younger.
isolation is a real big factor
Problem, yeah.
in these situations.
You can be lucky, you can be unlucky, but I do have a very, very deep belief that whatever institution it should be, it should reflect the reality of life, and it shouldn't have a situation where we have now with older people being incarcerated into old people's home, where quite often abuse is all too prevalent.
Exactly. See, to find that you've been lobbed in a nursing home and that happens, that can be traumatic. And you'll never get over it, because you've just relived what happened to you as a child, and now it's happened to you as an older person.
We are care leavers, you know, and we've been in these places and the memories are, I mean, you just got to think, and it's in your head all the time, you know, if you don't have other distractions. And we're getting old now, and
That's right.
we might be facing the same sort of dilemma. Morning, Tim and Julie. Hello.
I don't know if I'm really looking forward to going into home, but if needs be, yes, if I have to. If I can't move or I'm paralysed or something like that, well, maybe then.
Yeah, you want a very supportive environment when you go
Yeah,
into these
that's
places.
it.
Yeah, you can feel it when it's not right. There's no warmth there. I went into a dementia facility where my friend was staying, and I was forever arguing with the people that were running it.
What annoyed you then?
The lack of cultural sensitivity for a start, and you know, they just throw you around like you're a rag doll. And
I don't want to go into a nursing home for that, because I'll be put to one side, and I don't want that. I want to be treated as an equal, and if they can't treat me as an equal, they're not going to get me in there.
Freedom is the big thing. Going into aged care should not mean automatically, as it does now, loss of freedom.
Yeah.
that would be my concern. I'd be enclosed in a little small room in a nursing home, and I would not have that freedom to, up and go. And
I know the place where my friend is. You need to know the code to get from one place to another. I don't want that. I want to be able to walk wherever I want to walk. You don't want to be confined inside all the time.
we're all sort of getting worried we're getting on, and we don't want to experience the same thing we did when we were little children.
Don't face another institution.
No.
I think.
When I suffered from what happened at the orphanage, I moved on because of this institution here. This was the lifeline for me for the word go.
Oh, that's good, Ted.
And I owe this place big time.
The nursing places that you go to, it's up to them to approach your place and let us know what their services are and what they provide. You know, like Dave said, he's done his due diligence.
You've got to do
You do the research type thing, don't you?
You've got to research
you do it yourself, yeah.
You can't just...
And most people wouldn't think to do that. No, I've never thought to do that.
As a wise lady said to me a few weeks ago when I was there, she says, don't leave it too late and let others make the decisions for you.
Oh, good advice.
You know, and I thought, so that's good advice, and she was giving it to me right from the heart. And she said, you know, I've seen it too often, and that's what happens, and, you know.
That's why I want to go and check this one out again. Because nobody's approached me to go
As a trauma survivor, I feel that I have to be safe all times. I always have to have an exit. If anything goes wrong, I need a way to get out and get out fast. I don't like people behind me. I don't like people touching my neck. I can't imagine having someone wash my hair, you know, over a basin, because in the home, they used to hold you under the water in the bath. I have real trust issues. I can get on okay with people, that's fine. Not a problem, but I would never trust anybody ever again, not with my life. Me, I think people should be allowed to stay in their own home. As, you know, you stay in your home till you die.